for being here. My name is Tawana Antoinette. Today we are going to be doing a freestyle reading. I haven't done one of these on the channel in a while, so I'm very excited. So with that said, let's jump right into it. Before we do, this is a collective reading. It may or may not resonate with you. If you'd like to book a more personal reading, my calendar link is in the description. But this reading will resonate for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node placements. So let's begin. Let's check in with the universal energy, spirit, divine beings of light, ancestors, angels, spirit guides. We're checking in with Aquarius. What's happening with Aquarius right now? How are Aquas feeling? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. How are Aquarius feeling right now? How's the collective of Aquarius feeling right now? How are you feeling, Aquas? Okay. All right, you came right out. Queen of Swords energy. That's you in your head. All right, so Aquas, I feel like you guys are strategizing about a leap of faith that you want to take in relation to something creative. I feel like some kind of creative expression. I feel like you're strategizing about how to do this new thing, launch this new thing. Just take a leap. Like, I feel like you're going on. When the Fool comes out, the Fool talks about a personal journey, right? But the personal journey is, the reason why it's the Fool is he doesn't know what's to come. He doesn't, like, he only has one little bag on his shoulder, a rose in his hand, and a dog chasing him, and he's about to leap off of a cliff. But the power of the Fool energy is that you have the utmost faith in your personal journey, and you are willing to take the necessary risk to do it anyway. And I feel like that's the energy you're in relation to something creative or some kind of idea that you have that you would like to manifest into something bigger, you'd like to actualize. So you guys may be strategizing, you guys may be thinking up like a calculated way to do something, do this thing. Yeah, that's cool. Tell me about the Fool. Fool is clarified by the Four of Wands. Anything else? The Sun. Alright, so whatever this brand new beginning is, guys, I feel like it has the potential to, one, bring in success, and two, bring in stability. Sorry, my cards are all jumbled, so I'm like fixing them. But anyway, I feel like this has the potential to bring in stability and success. Whatever this thing is that that is in the baby stages, because the page energy talks about the energy of trying. So it's trying and growing up in a thing, because you start from the page, you go to the Knight, you go to the Queen, and then you go to the King. So really and truly, the page is a very childish energy that has a lot of growing up to do. So in reference to a specific idea, it can represent the beginnings of an idea, but the fact that there's so much more for you to invest in that idea to reap what it can actually be. So if you can see the mountains behind this page, if you can see like the green stalks on the wand, it talks about this thing like being able to be rewarding, to reap harvest, but not without the challenges of growing represented in the mountains in the background. So that's the energy you're in. I'm going to clarify what that page means to find out some more. It just bothers me when the cards are like that. Sorry about that. Okay. Spirit guides, please clarify the Page of Wands for Aquarius. Tell me about this Page of Wands. Wow. Spirit is literally laying out the steps that you need to take to grow this thing, whatever this idea you have is. Okay, here's a T. Aquas. So this thing either came in because you are, this is literally this idea that you have, whatever that represents in your life, is as a result of you using all of the things that you have learned, that you have access to up to this point to bring you here. But the idea needs to take off beyond the manifestation of it. So what they're saying to you here is, yes, this thing has lots of potential. Yes, you can manifest this thing, but only to a point. You're going to have to go full speed ahead. And I guess that's why you have this Queen of Swords energy, because I started the reading saying you were strategizing, but they're just clarifying that again because they brought up the King of Swords. So they're saying here that you need to create an actual like strategic, tactful plan to be able to have this idea come into fruition, because the thing is, you may face inspiration, and then the thing with inspiration without grounded strategic energy is that inspiration burns out, momentum dies down. So momentum comes from the fire element of creativity, and the thing with creativity is it needs that energy to think of a fire. A fire can only burn for so long. So that's what they're saying here to you. If you want this thing to materialize into something that can be self-sustaining, bring you into a place of stability, if you want it to be able to pay your bills, for example, if you want something to be able to just give you an income, move from just an idea to a business, for example, you're gonna need to strategize. So if that looks like you creating a business plan or getting in alignment with somebody who is stronger in creating a plan for marketing, whatever your thing is, whatever you need to do, if you need to get with a group, find a way to strategize over the next couple of weeks, months, on how you're going to get something done, because it's very, very important that you don't just sustain yourself on inspiration. What are the other messages for Aquarius? What are the other messages for Aquarius right now? I would love to know what you guys are working on in the comments. So tell me below. I love business. I love people being creative. So whatever you're working on, I would love to know down below. I could check it out. If it's pretty cool, I'll share it on my Instagram, whatever. Also, follow me on social media. Everything is at Tawana Antoinette. What else for Aquarius? What else? Too many. Oh, no, I'm not taking on. What else? for Aquarius. What's happening around Aquarius right now? Page of Pentacles just peeped out. Alright, so the Page of Pentacles talks about developing a it talks about strategy, but in another way, in a grounded way. So the need to have a stable plan and have endurance and work at something over time. But anyway, the Star, the Strength, and the Four of Pentacles. So Aquarius, you are really showing up in your reading, and for a while now in the Aquarius readings, I've been seeing here that this you're in a very solitary time. Saturn is in Aquarius until 2023, and this year is all about you. The energy is going to be very, very heavy on you, and the universe essentially calling you out right now to step into things that you are meant to step into. So I feel like you're in a very like exploratory personal journey, and you're realizing that this is a very personal time to pour into yourself, to grow things, to align with a direction that suits you, whether that be in work, in love, in whatever. I just feel like you're in a place of authenticity, and when you're in a place of authenticity, you can only align with things that align with your authentic being at that specific moment. So authentic people, authentic jobs, authentic projects, just things in alignment with you. So that's the energy you're embodying right now. But there's an energy here, a need here, that I feel like you're realizing there's a need to be strong. I'm going to look into this. Tell me about the Strength. What is the Strength? I just heard too, it's involved with this personal journey, like commitment to healing yourself, commitment to self-work, commitment to authenticity, commitment to all of that is hard because you're shedding masks, you're shedding expectations, you're shedding behaviors that no longer serve you. And I feel like what you're having strength with, what you're needing to have strength with, or what you're battling right now is releasing toxicities that just don't align with where you're going, who you are anymore. Releasing those old behavioral patterns, releasing those old people, anything that you were chained to before. I feel like you're in an energy of like, do I really need to let this go? Do I really need to let this go? It's like almost like I feel like you have an apprehension to part ways from certain things that you know in your hearts of hearts don't align with you anymore. But I feel like you're going through it, you're working through it, and of course that is a challenging process. Excuse me. To shed old things and shed an old way of being. But I feel like you're going through it, Aquarius, because you realize that you're traveling this personal journey. We're ending the reading with the Four of Pentacles. I want to see what this is. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Alright, so here's the thing, Aquarius. I feel like you're holding out from love, and you may be in an energy right now of not really being like too into anybody else and like developing a relationship or anything like that with anybody else, because this is the setup. We have the Four of Pentacles clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So I'm not gonna lie, the options seem to be around you, but I just don't feel like you're interested. And I am 100% for that, because I feel like the energy you're in right now is one of personal healing and personal progress, and I feel like you're about to take some really big risks, and not necessarily really big risks, but they are risks to take. There are new avenues, new pathways that are opening up to you that you're going in, and I feel like that's what what is going to command a lot of your attention right now. Not necessarily love. I mean, whether you are in a relationship or not in a relationship, if you are in a relationship, your partner will know that you're going through a very personal time right now. You're trying to, like, you know, actualize some things outside of relationships, because relationships are just they're the extra part of life. Really, what we should be hyper focused on is our personal journey, and I feel like you are committed to that, and love just isn't a focus for you right now, which I think is great. So whether you're in a relationship or not, that applies. Let's get some advice for you. This is a great reading. Wow. I'm not going to pull the romance oracle deck for you because your reading was not resonating in terms of like romance at all. You know what? I'm going to pull one. What's the advice for Aquarius's romantic life right now? What's the advice for Aquarius's romantic life right now? Advice for Aquarius in their romantic life. Flirt. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So they're saying here, you can have fun and you can flirt, but I feel like what you're looking for is a higher level of a connection. And in order to get to a higher level of a connection, like soulmate energy, having like a spiritual connection with someone, I feel like you're being encouraged to have a little fun. I'm getting the energy here of nothing serious, but have fun right now. You know, like, have fun. Meet people. Talk to people. I feel like you're heading to this space of relationships and commitment, but it's just not right now. So until then, have some fun. Let's get some advice for you. And that's for those of you who are single. What's the advice for Aquarius? What's the advice for Aquarius, please? Time to go. I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. Card number 45. The Oracle's message. You are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. That was all over your reading, like the page of, I knew you guys were working on something. Anyway, relationship message, it's over. It's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. Wow. There's nothing else that I have to say in regards to that. So if this reading helped you, let me know in a comment, with a thumbs up, with a like, whatever. And if you want to book a personal reading, the calendar link is down below. The Patreon link is also down below if you want to learn spiritual education with me. So until next time, bye.